I want to share something on this. So many of this is a very complex thing, big surprise. And most of the really great opportunities have been highlighted, but I just want to highlight a couple of others and then go a little deeper into a couple of them. First of all, if you can go into both without any stories, physical and emotional pain don't really feel that different.
Right.
Discomfort's discomfort, pain's pain. And if there was some way that we could step into each other's bodies, and somebody could experience what you're experiencing, and somebody could experience the I'm wrong pain, no matter what I do, that she feels, there would be variations, but any intense experience of any kind, they're very similar. So discomfort's discomfort. And the most important piece is who you really are can't experience discomfort, doesn't experience discomfort. So when you appear to, it's a lie. It's a magnificent illusion. And the more intense it is, the bigger the lie. And the more layers had to get built into the illusion to make a lie that big appear real. So that's the first piece. The second piece, which when I actually experienced what I'm about to try to describe, the kind of appreciation that opens up and stays is just, I can't even put it into words. And all of you that haven't heard me say this before will get this to a certain point. And then when you have an experience, you will blow yourself away in a way that you just can't even imagine. And Helena and a bunch of other people kind of hit on it. And that's this. We tend to have an assumption, whether it's physical pain or emotional pain. But I'm going to tell this story with more of a focus on emotions, but it applies to physical pain too. We divide emotions into, here's these negative emotions that are bad and we want to make them go away. Physical pain fits into this part. And we got all these names for it. There's anger, there's depression, there's frustration, there's all these names for it. And it's bad. And we don't want to feel those. Whenever we do, we want to find some way to get out of them, whatever it is. And then there's these positive emotions that we would call happiness, peace, serenity, joy, whatever, unconditional love, whichever. And so we have this experience. And we break them into pieces, and we create all these labels, and we judge the two sides. All these names and labels on the positive side are good, and we want more of them. And all these labels and pieces on the negative side are bad, and we want to make them go away, including physical pain. And what we assume is, and here's the phase one magic, is that when we expand and we knock out the cloud cover using our language, these all go away, and these become more frequent and more intense, just to use that word. This is what we tend to assume and what we think will happen. That isn't what happens. What happens is the illusion of the pieces, the illusion of the judgments, dissolve. And what you're left with is one feeling, in a sense. You could either say, the best way to look at it, as I see it, the best way to describe it is one feeling that has variety. It's not a flat line, but it's one state of consciousness, would be a more accurate way to describe it, that has variety. But every piece of the variety is perceived as pleasurable, is welcomed, and is enjoyed. And this is where Helena was talking about, and then it just becomes, this is just an experience. No bad, no good. No get me the hell out of here. And it's an extraordinary place to be. When you get to the point that you can experience all the variety and there's no labels, there's no judgment, it just is the feeling that you're having, and it's all welcomed and enjoyed. It will blow you away. And you can't understand this stuff. You can't think your way into it. You can't intellectually understand why would this be fun and all these kinds of things you can't. It doesn't work. But if you play this game and you knock out cloud cover and you expand into more and more of a direct experience of the truth, you give yourself those answers in a very profound, direct experience kind of a way, and it's absolutely extraordinary. And then you look back and you say, oh my God.